AVAX DeFi could potentially print billionaires this cycle, and I personally believe that it is one of the most slept on sectors in crypto right now. We're going to hop straight into it. We're going to be talking about AVAX DeFi today. Now, if you don't know what AVAX is, I think most of you guys watching us know what it is, but it is Avalanche. So Avalanche is one of the biggest layer ones in crypto. It currently has right now the ninth largest market cap in all of crypto at about almost $14 billion. Last cycle in 2021 is when it really popped off. Back in November at the pico top of the bull market, it reached in almost $130 billion market cap. And I'm personally a pretty big fan of AVAX. I think it's probably going to end up being the third biggest L1, behind, of course, probably fourth. So it's going to go Ethereum. It's going to probably stay the biggest, then Solana, then Binance Smart Chain. Then we're going to have AVAX. I like AVAX a lot. I've used it a bit. And yeah, I'm pretty bullish on their DeFi ecosystem, and I'm going to be talking in this video why. And as you can see, the price action for AVAX has recently been very well. Of course, it ran up. It got killed in the bear market, like, pretty much every other altcoin. That's very standard. That's nothing new. And then it's, treaded along, and, people are getting grouchy. Solana was running and AVAX hadn't ran, and now it's absolutely pumped, and it's really good to see. It ran from about $9. We're sitting at around, still, even in November, sitting at around, $10, and now it's ran up to almost $40. Really cool to see. Now let's talk about the Solana DeFi ecosystem. So in this video, I'm going to be using a lot of tweets from this guy, Emperor Osmo. Shout out him. You can go follow him right here on Twitter. He is an absolute beast in the AVAX DeFi ecosystem. And he dropped the new user guide into the AVAX ecosystem. So there's Joe, which is Trader Joe. Trader Joe is the Uniswap of Avalanche. I've used it a billion times. It's really good. You have COQ, the Bonk of Avalanche, so that would be their meme coin. You have Stake, the Convex of Avalanche. Shrap, the COD of Avalanche. COY, the Cetify of Avalanche. GGP, the Jitto of Avalanche. QI, the Aave of Avalanche. AVB, the Unibot of Avalanche. Magic, the Decentraland of Avalanche. And VTX, the Summer.5 Avalanche. And then you have two more. You have Hyperspace, AVAX, the Blur of Avalanche. And Dokyo World, the Mad Lads of Avalanche. So he's pretty much saying here, these are the staples that make up the AVAX DeFi ecosystem. But now let's talk about, what's been going on with the activity. He says here over the past weekend, this was put out yesterday at 1 p.m. AVAX DeFi experienced its highest number of users in the last 6 months. Of course, this is kind of expected with the price run up. People are starting to flood into the ecosystem and play around with the tools, which is really cool to see. And obviously, we know with the liquidity flow in crypto, first Bitcoin pumps, then the altcoins will pump, and then from there, people take the profits from their altcoins, etc., and then go into the DeFi tokens, which would be, the DeFi tokens or the ecosystem tokens. But DeFi is very popular in a lot of these ecosystems, so it's normally the DeFi tokens and then like a couple meme coins that will absolutely run. And then he says here, over 90% of these users use Joe. And of course, I kind of expect Joe to be used the most because that is where all the swapping and all that other good stuff is going on. So Joe is kind of the entry into DeFi. I think it's really cool. You should definitely go check it out. And then take a look at this. Learn to follow the narratives. AVAX ecosystem performance up 67% this month. Pretty cool stuff. And as you can see, ecosystems MTD perf comparative. And as you can see, Avalanche has been completely running the way. Now, I personally believe Avalanche and Solana DeFi will absolutely rip. And I think a lot of people, kind of forget what happened last cycle with Avalanche DeFi. Are we forgetting Time Wonderland? So we all know what happened at the end with Time Wonderland. It crashed. There was an exploit or a hack or something. I never got into it, but I wish I did. As you can see here, this was back in the end of 2021. So what we saw was pretty much in March of 2021, or May, April, around there. March, April, May is when Bitcoin had that first initial run up and we saw Ethereum absolutely explode. But Solana and AVAX hadn't really popped off. And then it took that second run up in November of 2021 for Solana and AVAX and their ecosystems to absolutely explode, which is pretty cool. And as you can see here, Time Wonderland from September 4th, 2021 went from a market cap of $22 million to then in November of 2021 to over a $2 billion market cap. $2 billion market cap. This thing absolutely pumped. And then as you can see, it got wrecked. Look at this. Back in January 2022, It went back down to, a $500 million market cap, which is still absolutely insane. And then it pumped, had this massive wick to almost 2 billion again, and then it got absolutely destroyed. And since then, it's just been kind of a dead project, which is kind of shitty. A lot of people made a lot of money, and then people lost a lot of money. At the end of the day, you have to understand with crypto, there's always going to be exploits and hacks. So once again, do your own research in this video. It's not financial advice. I'm just trying to show you guys what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah. And thanks again to Emperor Osmo. This dude is dropping the sauce with AVAX. Make sure you go follow him on Twitter at FlowsLikeOsmo. Based as fuck. Now I'm going to talk about the two projects I just bought into, and that is GoGo Pool, which Emperor calls the Jitto of Avalanche, and then also BenQ, which he calls the Aave of Avalanche. Now let's do a breakdown of these two. GoGo is currently has a market cap of only $2 million. So it's very, very, very small. This is a lot of risk. It's super volatile, not financial advice. Okay, very small, $2 million market cap. And let's talk about what it actually does. Let's go to the About section. GoGo Pool is a decentralized staking protocol built to help Avalanche subnets launch faster through liquid staking and GGP. GGP is a native utility token that is used for lowering the AVAX staking cost of a validator node, staking to be matched with AVAX on the deposit pool, and using governance. So this is really, really cool stuff. And I personally believe, of course, with the whole staking liquidity thing, it's like, where is the yield actually coming from? But I'm not, I'm going to be honest, I may at some point get into some staking, but I don't really stake or do any of that because I kind of know the yield is some bullshit. Where the fuck is this yield actually coming from? You are the yield. But I know that I can make a lot of money off these tokens, and I know that liquidity protocols and all these things, lending, borrowing, liquidity pools, all this shit is very, very powerful and very popular, and people make a lot of money on it. So I personally believe, GoGo Pool is going to do very good. And take a look at their Twitter here. They currently only have, less than 5,000 followers on Twitter. Very, very small. And let's go check out their DApp too. So this is their website. As you can see, I think it's a pretty nice website. As you can see, there's over 200,000 AVAX staked by liquid stakers, 150 active mini pools. And as you can see, liquid staking earn, you can node, operate, validate. So as it says here, launch a validator node or stake AVAX instantly. So you can go to the liquid stake, and it's just your classic staking protocol. And then you can create a mini pool if you wanted to, which is really, really cool. I'm not going to do like a full breakdown into this video. Maybe I'll do it in another pool, but I actually really like this website a lot. As you can see here, it says, how does it work? And there's, a big breakdown on GoGo Pool uses liquid staking to lower the Avalanche minimum staking requirement to launch a node and become a validator. And it has a really cool graphic showing how it all works. And I think this thing is going to do really good. I mean, $2 million market cap, of course, it's very small, and, do your own research and everything. But like, to me, that looks like a ton of upside. I'm super bullish. Think it's going to do good, but, I guess we're going to have to see. And the next project I just bought into is BenQ. I don't know how the hell this is pronounced, but it's ticker QI and has a market cap of $128 million. It's a lot bigger than the other one. This one would be considered a mid cap at this point, and this would be considered the Aave of AVAX. And as it says here, BenQ is a decentralized non-custodial liquidity market, as well as a liquid staking protocol built on the high-speed Avalanche. The lending protocol allows users to lend, borrow, and earn interest on their digital assets. Liquid staking protocol provides a solution for capital efficiency, offering users the opportunity to unlock their stake AVAX to be used on DeFi protocols. It was founded in 2021 with $6 million in backing, and really, really cool stuff. So let's check out their Twitter. They have over 70,000 followers on Twitter. And this is a more established, protocol in the ecosystem. There's a lot less risk with this. Of course, like always in crypto, you're always taking risk and everything. But I think this thing's going to do really good too. I mean, I'm super bullish on the AVAX DeFi ecosystem. I don't see why this couldn't reach. People are going to call me crazy. But once again, just take a look at what it did last cycle. I mean, I know it got absolutely beat in the bear like every other token. But take a look at this. Man, this shit went to 26 cents. It was at 37 cents at one point. What's that in market cap? 121 million. Okay, I don't know what's exactly going on there. Oh, because probably the tokenomics has changed up and everything. But regardless, it hit a $100 million market cap back in 2021. And we know that with every cycle, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Of course, it'll change over time. But, we have the Bitcoin halving coming up. We have the presidential election, which is historically bullish. We have the possibility of a spot Bitcoin ETF being approved. Maybe a spot Ethereum ETF could get approved. Interest rates could get lowered. This thing is probably going to run to a multi-billion-dollar market cap. Not financial advice to you and research. That's just my opinion. I could see this thing running to, multi-billion-dollar market cap. Very, very possible in my opinion. And once again, do your own research, not financial advice. You're taking on a lot of risk when you're doing that. But I personally think the AVAX DeFi ecosystem is slept on right now, and it's going to absolutely run. But I guess we're just going to have to see. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, leave a comment, dropping daily videos here. Go follow me on X, link in the description. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching.